What's up, everybody? We're going to answer some questions today. This is all based on Subject 2. I hear a lot of people talking about Subject 2 and why to do it. And my personal opinion is you are steering people in the absolute wrong direction. Why jump out of the line of something that has worked for decades and decades and decades and jump to Subject 2? So let's see the normal answers that I get for Subject 2. Well, if a due on sale clause happens, I could deed back to the seller and sign an executory contract. Yeah, by doing so, you're losing all of your write-offs, your tax advantages, your IRS 100% depreciation for 27.5 years at a 3.636% rate a year. That's a huge loss that you don't get, that the seller gets, but yet you're paying the bills. Smart move. Now, another one is you could deed back to seller and sign a lease agreement. Wow, that's super smart. So the owner still owns the property. You have a lease to own agreement. That brings us back to problem number one. You're not getting the tax incentives, which are huge. That's what protects your cash flow. That's what gets your cash flow directly in your pocket. And you just want to give that back to the seller. Smart, guys. Now, the third one, which everybody thinks is absolutely genius, which is not, is buy the property under a trust or an irrevocable trust. All that is doing is open you up to probate. Now, property can sit in probate for years. So let's say the due on sale clause does trip, or the owner of the property falls behind on the payments. Let's say you're paying the owner, they don't pay it. The bank doesn't really care who the property owner currently is, that they passed it on. The only thing that the bank cares about is their original contract is set with the person who bought the property, which is the seller who sold it to you, and they're going to want that property back. And it doesn't matter if that property was sent over to you, or the current owner has it, or the seller has it. It makes absolutely no difference. The bank's going to come for their debt, right? No matter what, they're going to come for their debt, and you're going to be stuck in probate on this property, whether it's an irrevocable trust or not. And I'm not 100% sure, but under an irrevocable trust, you may not be able to individually serve that, as it has to be under an LLC. So you're still paying taxes on that, and you may not get all the tax advantages, which that part I'm not 100% sure about, but I know it will open you up to probate. If you guys think out there that you could beat the banks and the banking system, you have something coming for you. And right now it's about 3%. So out of every 100 homes, about 3% are being called on the due on sale clause right now. And a newer investor, that can be the difference between bankruptcy and no bankruptcy. I don't push my students to do due on sale clause. We'll go seller finance, hard money, private money, collateralized equity, partnering, peer-to-peer, personal money, credit. We have 8 methods to get inside properties. But I don't push towards Subject 2 for those 3 reasons. So every time they throw out those 3 reasons to you, you now have an answer why not to do it. And if you believe that the banks, remember, the banks are crumbling right now. How many banks? 4 or 5 major large banks have gone under and needed bailouts. That's happening because of things like due on sale, not like Subject 2 and things like that. And yes, the IRS does allow it, but your deal is based directly with the mortgage company or the lender, and you're not allowed to assign that property or your debt to anybody else until it's completely paid off. And that's what a due on sale clause is. You can't transfer that property until there's no more debt in that property. You're breaking a contract. What happens when you break a contract? Wake up! You get sued. Come on, guys. Beat that. There's better ways to get in properties. You don't have to